How are you, IT pros? Welcome back to my IT workshop. Well, in this video I'm going to show you how to encrypt your USB drive, your thumb drive that you may use on a daily basis. So for that end, I'm in this computer, Windows 10 Pro, and I already have a USB drive connected to it. These are the 3 hard drives in my computer. This is my thumb drive. So this is a kind of 2 gigs. But you can do it at any size. So I'm going to create some files for testing. So I'm going to name it, I'm going to put some data on them. I'm going to create also a folder. I'm also going to create a text file inside the folder. So just for you to understand the concept that anything that you have in your thumb drive can be encrypted. So that way you can have it in a secure way when perhaps you are in a hurry, or you forget it, or somebody steals it from you. So you can have peace of mind knowing that it's encrypted. So now they won't be able to easily recover it. So as you can see, we have the files that we have created on the folder. We open them, we can see the content on it. So let's go back. Again, you can only do this in the Windows 10 Pro version. I'm sure you can do it in 8, in 7, and I'm sure you can do it too. But in this case, I'm using Windows 10. So we are going to proceed with the process, which is really straightforward. The other thing that I want to mention, you can do it in Windows Pro, but it's going to be recognized in Windows Home, Windows 10 Home, or Windows 8 Home, or Windows 7 Home. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to right-click on the hard drive we want to encrypt. In this case, the thumb drive I have connected to the computer. The reason we are doing this is, like I mentioned, to have peace of mind if you ever forget, or somebody gets a hold on your thumb drive. The size doesn't really matter. It's just this thumb drive is the one I have available. So we click the right click on the hard drive or the thumb drive, and we click on turn on BitLocker. It's going to take a few seconds. I'm not going to pause the video and come back when it's done, because it's really straightforward. I have tried with other connected hard drives, and it works as well. So we have 2 options. We're going to click the first one, since the password is what we're going to configure it right now. So for you to see, I'm going to type this password. Of course, you should use a password this easy, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use it. The password is password capital P123. I repeat the password and I follow the instructions. So this gives me the option to save, to create a document, or the key, to create a document with the key of the encryption. So I'm going to choose where to save it. I can rename it, or I can keep it the way it is. In this case, I'm going to rename the text file. Well, we're going to put some name. Okay, we click on OK. We go to next. And I'm going to choose the first option, because I want it to be compatible with, because I'm going to be taking this thumb drive to another Windows computers. The second option is when you have the hard drive in your computer, so you're not going to take it away or something. Well, as I mentioned, we're going to go for the first option. Click next. Or we're going to click next to continue with the process of encrypting our thumb drive. So this is the next step. And we click start. It's going to take a few. It's going to, like you saw, it's going to ask us if we want to encrypt the entire hard drive or only the portion of the hard drive that is being used. In this case, we chose the portion of the hard drive that is being used. So it's going to take less time to encrypt. You can also choose the other, but it's going to take more time to encrypt the entire disk, even though not the entirety of the disk is being used at the moment. So we wait for a few seconds. Yeah, well, again, if your hard drive is large, it's going to take more time if you choose encrypt the entire hard drive. So as you can see now, it has finished the process and you see a lock there. This is the information, and also the TXT file has been created with the recovery key and all that. So if you ever forget the password, keep that in a secure place. If you're confident that you're going to always remember that password for your hard drive, or to unlock your hard drive, your USB thumb drive, well, you don't really need it. So as you can see, the same files are in place. So I'm going to take out this thumb drive, I disconnected it, and I'm going to connect it to another computer which also has Windows 10, but this time Home Edition. For this purpose, I'm going to use a free software which is called TeamViewer. It's very easy to install. I'm connected to this computer. It is this laptop. It's next to me anyway. I just wanted to show you another option to connect to another computer. So as you can see, this is Windows 10 Home. And I'm going to connect the thumb drive I just encrypted. So I'm going to show you what's going to show us, or how it's going to work. Now I don't need this anymore. I'm going to connect the USB. Come on. Okay, there we go. As you can see here, we have the message. As you can read, it's using BitLocker. So Windows detects that it's using BitLocker, so it's encrypted. Now I'm in my PC. As you can see, the lock is still there. I double click and I have to put the password. But I'm going to start. No, I'm going to. No. I'm going to type anything. As you see, 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to type any other password just for you to see. I'm going to type anything. Unlocked, and the password is not correct. It doesn't match. You can see I type anything. So let's use the correct password, which is capital P, password 123. Well, let's type it here. So you can see that it's the same password. Unlocked. Okay, so we have access to the files, to the content in this thumb drive. As you can see, it's the same content we created a few minutes ago, and everything is working fine. So that way you can encrypt your thumb drive for any eventuality that you might lose your thumb drive, or you forget it and you have important files on it, important information about the company or personal. I want you to check this. As you can see here, I'm on the C drive and I don't see the option to turn on BitLocker because we're using Windows 10 Home Edition. But what happens if the person who grabs our hard drive wants to format it? Well, nothing is there is no protection for that. They can still format this thumb drive, but they won't be. It's not that easy to recover the password. All right. So if you ever forget, you can also. It's not that the hard drive is going to be locked forever. You can format it. In this case, we're using NTFS. NTFS is a file system that belongs to Microsoft, so you can only use it and be recognized between Microsoft machines. But also you can use FAT32, which is a, let's say, more common file system that can be read in Mac And if I remember in Linux, so if you're going to use it between different operating system that is not Microsoft, I suggest you to format it with FAT32. But if you are going to use it with Windows only, well, you can use NTFS. So now I'm going to show you that we can format. I'm going to use FAT32. And I'm going to give it a new name. And let's format this thumb drive. So you can see it's going to take a few seconds. And it's done. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to open it. As you can see, I don't have anything anymore. So all my files, my documents had been erased, had been deleted. So in this case, again, I don't see the turn on BitLocker because it's Windows 10 Home Edition. Now what we can do is I'm going to take out the thumb drive from this laptop. I'm going to close the software, the remote software, because we don't need it. The way TeamViewer looks is that you have a ID and you have a password. The ID that you see on the right is the one I have typed, is the one that belongs to the laptop. And the password, well, normally the password is 4 random numbers. And you can connect to the other computer, even though it might be in the other part, the other side of the world. I'm going to connect the USB again. As you can see, I don't have anything. I can still create new files, new folders, and all the stuff. So the hard drive is working well after I have formatted, even though it was encrypted. I just wanted to show you that this is a Windows 10 Pro edition. So that's, again, why are we doing this? To protect our files, the important documents that we might have in a thumb drive, in an external hard drive that we might use in a daily basis. Another thing is that these hard drives that you see here, that is not the USB, are the physical hard drive I have in my computer, and you can also lock these hard drives one by one. So in the event that you have important information in your computer, but you are kind of a crazy security guy, and you want to ensure that your files are not going to be stolen, even though your computer might be, you can encrypt only this hard drive where all your important files might be. So that way you can encrypt it. The problem is that, well, it's not a problem. Every time that you connect to this computer, you turn on this computer, you're going to type the password in. So that would be for the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. That helped me a lot. And consider subscribing to the channel. If I believe these other 2 videos are something you would like to check. So if you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. Well, that would be again, and I'll see you in the next one.